Hey guys, Machine Pencil here. So, when you go orienteering, water features are notorious, and discussions pertaining to water are relevant and can improve your orienteering performance. In orienteering, you will be crossing up and down rivers and streams all day long. You are expected to be ergonomically rated for the rain, and you are expected essentially to be waterproof. In order to properly address the orienteering aspects of water, I have to create ontological standards for these geographical features so that I know what I am working with and so that I know what these rivers are actually like. I have water mechanics classified under general swimming ergonomics, and I have three main categories. These three categories are wading in water, which can only be done in water that is shallow water, and the water level is compared to the anthropometric height of the person. Wading in water is when the person is tall enough and the water is shallow enough that the person can stand on the bottom of the water body comfortably. The second one is treading on water. Treading in water is also doggy paddling or floating on the water surface. You can tread in water when the water level is higher than you can stand in. I severely don't recommend any swimming that requires treading. I do know how to swim. It's simply that this mode of operations is unstable, and this mode of operations is generally dangerous. A self-respecting orienteer should know that no matter how good of a swimmer you are, you still can drown. The purpose of orienteering is to occupy the land in the most efficient way, but also in the most sustainable way, and any operation that involves treading on water can be criticized for being unsustainable. My final category for swimming is diving, but diving can safely be ignored or disregarded for now. The purpose of this essay is not to explain how to navigate underwater. This is a topic that divers do study, but diving is far too specialized for this essay. Objects suspended over water. You can probably recognize that the first thing of importance when going into water in ordinary life is to take your cell phone, wallet, and car keys out of your pockets. Because even though you as a person are technically waterproof, your possessions are not as waterproof as you are. They have special ballistics solutions known as dry bags, which you put your possessions into, and your possessions will stay dry, even when your dry bag is entirely submerged under the water's surface. Another thing that should be mentioned is objects actually suspended over water. This is a simple topic that involves taking your possessions and simply suspending them over the water's surface. So long as your objects never get miscarried or dropped into the water, then your objects should be fine because they are still dry. Objects suspended over water require you to hold the objects over your head, and this is not a hands-free technique. You would be a worse swimmer when objects are suspended over water, particularly when you are carrying the objects in your hands, because carrying the objects in your hands will deny the use of your hands for paddling. There are solutions to this. You can place the objects in a backpack, but you should make sure that your bag never touches the water's surface, because having your backpack suspended over the water's surface requires you to meet the common denominator of keeping your bag dry. I also suggest putting a dry bag into your backpack. I have never done this, at least I haven't done this yet, but this is an avenue for development. The next thing to address in terms of ergonomics are that the person will probably get wet, and management is a major topic. We ergonomically classify the person being in the water and all effects that the water has on the person as bathing mechanics. Some things you should know about bathing mechanics are the water has a chilling temperature effect, and the water is advantageous to keeping you cold in the summer. So, this is something that could be useful and that you should keep in mind. The mechanism behind this chilling temperature effect is the evaporative cooling effect. Also, the water will soak your clothes, and this could be negative. The water has something called capillary action, where the water will climb up your pant leg garment. This is because the water has good adhesion to your pant leg. You can select garments with poor adhesion, such as rain pants, and a rain pant will dry very quickly. Eventually, the water will dry off no matter what clothes you wear. You can ergonomically rate your clothes in terms of how long it will take to dry your clothes. If, on a particular day, you are planning on going into water, then you should select clothes for that day that will dry quickly. The next thing to discuss is the water level. The water level will vary with the geographical tides. The water levels are higher after it rains, and then the water level will disperse soon after the rain has stopped. In truth, it can take several hours or days for the water level to go down again, according to how severe the rain is. A river that is crossable during low tide could be uncrossable during high tides, and there are complex rainwater bathymetries which will grossly transform the geography. The geographic best route in orienteering will be different on a rainy day than it is on a sunny day. And you can consider rainwater bathymetry to be a mode of the environment. The last thing that I want to mention in orienteering bathymetry is the significance of palustrine environments. Palustrine environments are bogs and swamps. Palustrine environments are environments that are significantly affected by rainwater, and these environments flood frequently. Palustrine environments are seasonal lake beds, or realistically, ponds. If you are camping and you choose a campground in a palustrine environment, this could be a bad omen, especially when it rains and your campground gets flooded overnight. Palustrine environments also double as oviparine environments for mosquitoes, and you should plan forwards to how you will cope and manage with mosquito bites in this particular environment, because the mosquitoes thrive here and they will bite you a lot. If you are going into a palustrine environment, you should bring your water gear with you because there is a high potential that you will get wet. Here are some additional considerations and postal scripts. You should consider what will happen if you aren't prepared. You can go out once intentionally underdressed and you will probably be miserable. The water can ruin the scarpa of a bad shoe and can give you bad chafing that will stigmatize your walk and make you uncomfortable for hours or days. These are good training exercises because when you do these, you will learn what to expect. This essay has focused primarily on bathymetry. Maybe I will make an additionary commentary on rainwater in the future. Maybe. You should wear ponchos and waterproofing, but it's best to talk more later. Thank you guys for listening. This has been Machine Pencil for Orienteering Bathymetry, and there will be more. Please stay tuned. Thanks.